Hi, everybody. That's a creepy face. I can't keep that up without laughing at myself. So, hey, guys, Jaglones, how you doing? We have a show for you. We are going to do a lot of hand movements, which you won't be able to see. So this big for me once we get going. We are going to talk with Ryne Pavy and a guy whose name rhymes, Austin, about Springtails. We're going to talk about the hobby. So we might get into specifics. If you have questions, these are the guys to ask. But we're going to talk about how this hobby kind of, I don't want to say it came out of nowhere. People have been doing Springtails forever. We'll get into that more, but it's exploded the last 6 months. So I keep thinking there's a snake in the tank behind my arm. Can you see that reflection? Yeah, I know my camera's freezing. I'm having a hard time. I almost have the hard line down here, so we'll see. The good news is I'm not the one that's talking to give you any information. That's my boys. So they're going to be giving a lot of solid information. And again, we're going to be doing giveaways. So we're going to have trivia. Get your Springtail knowledge ready because the first people to answer questions are going to win. And then at the end, we'll have a coupon code for you. And then I'm going to share my coupon code for Ryne for US Springtails. So you're going to have a coupon thing for Stellas. You're going to have a coupon thing for Ryne for US or Springtails US. Springtails US. And then, yeah, we're going to do this, okay? So the good news with the trivia so far, I don't know the answers. So you might know them better than me. We'll see who's smarter than me. All right, probably most of you. So here we go. Without further ado, here is Austin, and Ryne.
Hello.
Welcome to the show. Ryne, welcome back.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
Hey, Luch.
Yeah, see, everybody loves Austin. It's good to have you back. So Ryan's a longtime friend of the show. Luch is here. Luch is a longtime friend of the show. Luch is going to be doing our merch. So if you want to get some Iso Buddies merch, that's the guy who's going to hook it up. Yeah, my video's bad. Sorry, guys. My internet. I think everybody's using it right now is the problem. But anyway, guys, we're going to talk Springtails. So first off, how long have the two of you hobby? Each, not collectively.
Me about a year and 6 months.
I'm completely free. I don't think I can.
I'd say like 2 years, 2.5.
I'm going to try to log and come back in. How's it? Oh, something just, was it me? Was it you? Was it me?
We can still hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Year and 6 months. Ryne?
About 2.5 years, I'd say.
2 years. And when did you notice the change? Because it just kind
of...
Uh-oh.
I can't hear you.
We lost you.
I think he asked when we noticed the change.
I'm gonna reset. You guys talk about, oh, the audio's good. All right. There they are. Okay. When did you guys notice like the explosion of the Springtail hobby?
I'd say for me about April of last year. That's when I got offered oranges and it was like boom. They're everywhere now.
Yeah, that's about it for me too.
Oranges seem to be like the kickoff point. What? Yeah, April.
Yep, April last year.
April 22. Oranges seem to be like where it just kicked off, and that makes so much sense to me because they were so vibrant, such big little fat boys. You could see them really well. You could see like their movements really well. It wasn't just some little white dot. You know what I mean?
A flying squiggle.
I wouldn't. Yeah. And I like those species more because I want to see what I'm looking at, but I get it. I think the oranges were like the rubber ducky of the Springtail world. So
definitely
come up with a better name for oranges. Although they are orange, and that's about all they are. So it's hard to come up with a better name than that. And then
Cheetos a lot.
You heard them called what?
Cheetos.
I can see that.
I don't think either of us like that name.
I hate that name, man.
Yeah, me too.
All right. You're the guys. We're not gonna go and push that on you. Have you considered red pandas? Have you considered the name Red Pandas? We changed the names. We right here changed the names of orange pandas to red pandas. It's my fault. So I'll take credit for it. I'm the first one to publicly say it was a dumb name. Mobile Cheetos. They are adorable mobile Cheetos. Yeah, see, people want that. They want that name.
No,
Yeah, I don't know.
What have I done?
Yeah, sorry, man. You outed it. People are thinking that. Yeah, but people are agreeing that the oranges were the game changer. But
Absolutely.
I think that's a real deal. I think that's a real deal. I didn't think about it until you said it, and then that made total sense because that was the first one that I heard about that wasn't. Somebody gave me a colony and they crashed on me real hard. So it was probably like 200 or 300 oranges in there. I don't think he meant to give me 200 or 300, but it was like it's like turtle chow little pellets that they come in that plastic thing at PetSmart. It was that with charcoal and water and just orange springtails. And I love them. They're still in one of my colonies, I think. They're still petering around in one of my isopod colonies that they kind of infiltrated. But the actual colony died off. So, that container now is housing my reds. So, half of my reds. So, Beetle Guy's back. Good. Got a lot of people here to see this. People want free Springtails is what it is.
People love Ryne. That's what it is.
No,
I mean,
you did all the promoting today.
It is Ryne. A lot of it. A lot of my heavy viewed videos are Ryne Pavy. So it's the mustache that's coming in. I expect big numbers today. 2 mustaches. Oh shit! I'm glad I kept mine. It's like 3 weeks of growth. I don't know about you guys, but for me, this is like 3 weeks.
I haven't shaved in like a week, so
Mine needs a trim. I'm glad you can't tell on the video.
Yeah, just stay back.
mine goes full Fu Manchu every once in a while. I hate it.
As long as you keep it bioactive, I think it's good. What species of springtail do you keep in your mustache?
I recommend tropical pinks.
Solid. They like that heat in your face and the humidity.
Yeah.
I like the weight of them. I can feel them crawling around.
Yeah.
You can feel them. Gross. Oh God, I have a thing with that.
You can feel them tickling my brain once they stray up my nose here and there.
Not good. So oranges took off for us. Everybody was doing the temperates, right? Everybody was selling those by the gallon, which is awesome. I
almost accidentally said the name of them.
Oh,
don't do it. Just say temperate springtails for now. All right. Stella's springtails. I feel like they are. That's the staple, right? That's the one that everybody initially got into. You'd see them for sale at shows as feeders for like baby dart frogs or whatever else. And that's the first time I ever saw them was at a show in a little cup. Like, what is this? And I like tiny things. So I always want that little tiny container with a ton of life in it, which I'll get to later. I have an idea, which we pitched. And if you want to pitch your idea for keeping them as display species, my idea is better. I'm going to say, you guys vote. We'll have the audience vote. And everyone who picks me can win free springtails. I'm not above it. But yeah, I think that was the one that, they've been around forever. Springtails have been around forever, decades at least. But to get them, I haven't seen, like you said, since oranges hit the map, there have been so many more. It's just been like out of control how many that I've seen since then, just between the two of you. There's at least a few dozen. Yeah. And I think what do you guys think is the like nexus for that? Why do you think that's the reason all of a sudden that they're just everywhere?
I think it's kind of, me personally, I think it's just like the isopod hobby, like just the variety and the ease of care, like, and how I guess everyone's kind of selling them now. They're just everywhere. It's a pinnacle of cleanup.
The bioactive movement, like terrarium popularity and bioactive terrariums, is what's facilitating the isopod and the springtail hobbies. And you can really use both for like any terrarium. So it's only natural, really.
Like personally, I've been into terrarium since before you guys were born. Well, I don't know about you, Austin, but before Ryan was born, for sure. I feel like Austin's older than he looks.
26.
26?
Yeah, 26.
Nah, you're right in the pocket. That's fine. So probably longer than you've been alive too. But that's because I never got into them though, because everybody made them seem so difficult. All the guys selling like terrarium kits and stuff made it seem like it was impossible to do it without their kit. Blah blah blah. Then I got YouTube, and I was like, okay, this is completely awesome and completely simple, and I'm gonna do it. It just takes.
That's how I was treated as well when I first bought oranges. The guy I got them from made it seem like only the way he was doing it and what he would sell me is gonna work. Everything else I'm gonna get from anyone else is gonna die immediately. But
it's a good way to keep customers. Yeah. Everything you buy from Ryne is gonna die. You should buy from me, bro. Sadly, that stuff's still going on right now, and I was gonna address that maybe in another video, but we've all been talking about the trauma recently, but we'll get that some other time. Yeah, it's poop. It's poop, but I feel like it's an elephant in the room that eventually needs to be handled.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Shut down and rise up right against that bullshit, because we don't need it. That's for Dart Frog people. That's not for our people.
Tarantula Hobby can keep it.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not that deep into Tarantula Hobby. Maybe they have that. I haven't seen it.
Don't go there.
I leave them alone. I have my one tarantula. She's doing great. We're good. Now the Springtails, I have noticed in all of my bins, all of my creatures benefit from Springtails. I have them with everything that I keep except like my aquatics, obviously. They're in my paludariums, and watching them like fall in and float is kind of fun because they're the hydrophobic. Is that the word I'm looking for?
Yes.
I always think that's wrong because it's like they're not afraid of water, but I get it. Oh, Beetle had to leave already. Peace, Beetle.
Have a good night, Beetle.
I feel like I need to send him something. He's a big supporter. He's my one mod. No, he's not my one mod. What was I getting at? I don't remember. What were we talking about?
Floating, paludarium.
Hydrophobic.
Hydrophobic, paludariums, terrariums. We got to go way back. I had to go way back, like 5 paragraphs ago. I think that you're right. The outset of terrariums and paludariums and the YouTube community making it look so, like bringing it more accessible, made people like, oh, okay, so what are they doing? All right, these are helping the plants. These are helping everything else. My first terrarium, I was like, I'll use earthworms. Earthworms are good for plants. And then I had 20,000 earthworms that, I released. Well, I didn't release. I fed them. But so now I have a giant earthworm bin, basically, that I'll never be able to use. So hopefully some of the things I'm getting will take care of some of that. But earthworms are not the way to go for bioactive, you guys, like, unless you can keep them in check. So don't do that. The Springtails are definitely, they're like the base layer on the bioactive pyramid, I feel like.
Definitely.
They're right there. Then you've got your slime molds. No. Don't they devour the slime molds? Don't they go crazy and devour the slime molds? Isn't that their thing?
Once the slime molds die, they eat them. I've gotten a video of one opening its mouth and chomping on one in a terrarium. It's pretty neat.
Speaking of which, what are some tips to get good shots of them or good video? Because I can't. Oh, he's got something. He's opening something.
So the trick with I have an iPhone 13. I don't know what other spec of it there is, but the trick is to get as close as you can with your flash on, and then your macro will auto adjust to the size of the image, and that's how I do everything. And I take video and then take still shots from the videos.
And all your photos are without a lens?
No lens at all.
Oh, that's actually really impressive.
I know. And
like,
it makes me really happy sometimes.
I can't even get a good isopod picture with just the built-in macro lens. I think I'm way too dependent on the clip-on lens.
My phone's like the larger version, so the clip-on doesn't fit on for me. It like goes kind of over the camera, but it just doesn't.
Oh shit! I'm dropping all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I have the clip-on too, but I have to take my phone out of the case to use it. I think I have the exact same one you have, Ryne. I think I sold it. Like, I talked you into getting it. Yeah. And that was from me to Chris Biggs to me, and then from me to you. And then you overtook me with your better pictures. So kudos, I guess. jealous. I'm getting some good isopod shots, but I still can't get springtails. I think I can't get in there far enough.
Ryne does some magic with a camera lens.
Yeah, the brand that I use comes with like a dome thing around it, but if you just pop that off, you can get even closer. This thing's like $20 on Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Apexel brand 12/24x macro lens. It was $20 when I first bought it, but it's probably like 24 with inflation nowadays.
With inflation, it's hitting the macro world in a bad way. That's like a 20% increase. That's crazy. That's what he said. Taking stills from video. Cracked my phone. Dude, you need Android. What's the matter with you?
Oh, I did want to comment on something.
Yeah.
Yeah, the springtails for fish food. That is amazing. I've been thinking the same exact thing. Somebody commented on that.
I tried to get you remember Dustin, Josh? I tried to get him to do that. I sent him some springtails, but then I never followed up. I do that a lot.
I think I'm going to power load my paludarium here and see if I can do that. And then when I put up my morning geckos, I'm going to power load that with because they're going to have fish. These guys have fish. I've got like 24 white clouds and all kinds of stuff that were small enough to eat the springtails. So I haven't witnessed that yet, though. I got fish specifically to try to eat the ants if they fall in, to try to help with population control. But that ants aren't as delicious as I thought they would be. Not the best. I think small
you
fish.
You would know, right?
What's that?
You would know about the flavor of ants.
Well, my girls, they taste like lemon, kind of. So they have an acid that they spray at you. And so they'll bite you, and they'll look for little holes in your cuticles, like little cuts on your hand.
Oh,
bite that.
Question.
Yeah. Then they spray that acid in there, and then you smash them. That's how it goes. If they get in there, if they bite me anywhere else, I just pick them off and put them back. But, man, if they get in a cut, it's like, you earned this. You got to go. Citric acid, definitely, which is citrus. But I have eaten a couple, 2 on accident and 1 on purpose, and they taste like lemon. It's just like lemon juice, kind of. So it's not that big. It even smells like it. Like you can smell lemon juice back here. Like it has that like citrus smell.
Like Pledge.
So mosquitoes away. Kind of like Pledge.
Somebody asked what species we're excited to see get introduced into the hobby.
I like that question a lot.
How would you know if they're not introduced? How would you know what you're excited to see?
Well, I live and breathe springtail.
Yeah.
I know.
For me, it's probably more arid species because that would open up the bioactive world for more like arid reptiles and stuff. So the more arid options, the better.
I'm going to go ahead and say the other U.S. native orange Vitrinur gisele. I am. Don't even get me started.
Have you seen what Ben's been doing in the Discord? He thinks that slime mold is their main diet.
I know another person. I don't know if I should talk about him because of some discussed things, but I know another person that supposedly has them and they're doing amazing. But I think he just does 3-inch gaskets on all of his bins. Like they're all the same.
He just does what?
3-inch gaskets with ventilation on all of his bins. So you know who it is. We can discuss it after.
Yeah.
You know.
I think I know.
And they're doing good.
Yeah, I guess they're doing amazing for him. But they were collected in such far like different ranges, so it's hard to tell.
Well, you guys have a guy, don't you?
What'd you say?
Don't you guys have a guy that's IDing stuff for you? That's way close.
Ryne does a lot of that for me.
Yeah.
You got a guy, right?
We talked about that in the last one that I did with you.
We did. So you guys can go back there and hit that one and see how that works, how we ID these guys specifically. They're still backed up though, right? They're as backed up as the IcePod guys, so make it official. Because that takes time.
Springtails were you asking if it's as backed up as isopods? I was distracted by the comment.
Yeah, like the one about the care? The one about the care that I put up, or are you looking at another one?
Yeah,
I think that's pretty close, right? They're all pretty similar, aren't they? kind of like isopods. There's a little bit of variance between them, and some that are kind of extreme, but basic care is pretty much the same, right?
Yeah, you can basically do just about everything besides arids on like the same type of like soil setup, but then some do good on clay, some do good on charcoal, so that's where it varies. But you really can't go wrong with like deep, moist soil.
Except for one species I have struggled with 8 times. They all died off. I don't even want to try them again.
Which is
What
that?
species is that?
Borolitellus. The garden springtails.
Yeah. Yeah, those suck.
The garden springtails?
Yeah.
I set 8 different bins up, put 8 different little ecosystems together, and not a single one. The longest I had them alive was 2 months, but they never produced.
Wow. I wonder what they're missing.
They're really cool guys, though.
We gotta find a range.
I think that they're difficult because they're like seasonal. Like they really only come out when it gets like hot and dry in like the beginning of summer, and then you don't see them at all in the wild the rest of the year.
Well, I noticed them here. I noticed them here like right after a fresh rain, and then when like the sun's beaming through the trees, you'll find them in those little patches of the sunlight, and they're just explosive in numbers, but not in my bins.
Now I gotta look for these.
Were you giving them pollen?
Yeah, I gave them pollen, and they liked it, but they never ate it quick enough. Even when I gave them the smallest bit of granules, they never ate it quick enough, and it molded really quick and just caused even more issue.
I noticed that mine liked pollen and active yeast, but they were eating like crazy, but just never bred.
Yeah, I never even seen eggs, not once.
Yeah, we're missing something with them.
Somebody's going to dial it in.
It's the springtails that are already in the hobby that have easy care. The ones that have
I have a picture of them posted somewhere I can get for you.
Yeah, so they don't, the ones that are already in the hobby, obviously, yeah, not hard to keep. So we've got them.
Yeah, fairly easy. Everything's pretty standard. Like even some of the things people say need certain things I've bred, just topsoil and no ventilation.
The one thing that I'd say is oranges need protein.
Oh yeah.
I feed
absolutely.
This is what I feed my oranges. It's like a dog food thing. It's got freeze-dried salmon and shiitake mushrooms.
This is the springtail.
What happened to
elusive hard one?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that actually came through pretty good.
Did that come from just your phone?
Just my iPhone, my friend.
That's like 3D.
Yeah, that's a fantastic photo.
All right, well that's pretty dope. I think I have a theory. Bear with me here on the explosion of the hobby. Is because people are looking for them now, and we're finding a lot of things locally that we didn't know were even there in our backyard.
Yeah, it's not like isopods where you got to wait for people in Asia to get on board shipping them in.
Illegally import them.
Yeah, there's like hundreds of species just in the U.S. that you can go out and find.
Yeah, and they're super varied. And I'm going to bet we have a lot of invasive ones because if all these big things can make it in, these little survivors have probably been here for centuries, you know.
My logo is based off of a springtail that I found in the woods here in Illinois, but it comes from, Franz said, either tropical Asia or South America. Like they're not native to the U.S.
And they're just in Illinois. Like,
yeah.
Really different than tropical Asia. It's a little different here.
I found only one, and I got a good photo of it, and I really liked it, and I made it my logo.
I mean,
I found some stuff one time. Still to this day, I beat myself up not for culturing them. I think they were Neonura muscorum, the little gray guy.
Oh yeah,
I sent you the video of them, dude. It was like my first week keeping springtails. I found them in my parents' backyard, and
everything in that family, it's kind of like the spiky isopod craze. Everybody just likes tubercles. Like they like spikes and things that
protrusion
poke out the body. Yeah.
Who doesn't like spikes? Come on.
Love spikies.
Of course you do. They look like dinosaur kind of. I dream to get those ones that look like a little hairbrush. That like they have those super thin.
Gloriola.
Yeah, maybe.
Gloriola white skull stripes.
Yeah, the areolas. Yeah, those are good. Those pointy areolas. Those are good. Those are good. Welcome to the show. We don't call this a live stream. We call it a love stream. So, yeah. Let's do the first question while I open mushroom jerky, Korean beef flavored.
All right, I'll
roots,
ask a
guys.
question, and
This
then
is for
Ryan.
lilacs. This is for how many lilacs?
Let's go ahead and we'll get spicy and we'll do 100.
Jesus, he said 25 when we pitched this idea, you guys. So we're spicing it up.
I forgot we were doing.
You know what?
giveaways.
200. We're gonna get even spicier. 200.
I guess I'll come up with something to give away too while we're at
We
it.
have 17 people here, so yeah, Ryan, what the hell? Give away some of that dog biscuit topper you had, powdered dog biscuit, whatever that is.
Hey,
this is grim.
Ryan's food is all I feed my Springtails.
Heinz?
Open your oranges.
Even my own. Well, no, I give them shrimpies. They
Yeah.
get shrimpies.
Yeah, they just need the protein. I've found.
Actually, there is one species I want to show off here in a little bit that I only feed fish flake. I guess I just kind of totally lied. I don't feed everything Ryan's food.
Solid.
There is a species I want to show off that lives on rocks, gravel, found in Florida that only eats fish flake. Really unique.
That's the indigo blue.
Yes, the blue indigos. They're super cool. They take forever to get going, but
This is horrible. Unless you really like mushrooms. If you really like mushrooms, this is good. But,
He's
it's
over
literally,
here.
I thought it was going to be like a mushroom-based meat substitute. It is dried mushrooms with Korean barbecue sauce. I might put these in a pasta. These might be good in a stir fry.
ooh, mushroom
Very
pasta.
chewy.
Gas.
Yeah, could be fire.
What are you drinking, Ryan?
Lipton Diet Green Tea. It's my main fuel source.
That's my wife too. I knew I liked you. All right, so what's the question?
All right, I'll ask the question, and Ryan, you can go ahead with the answer, so we can kind of both get a little dip our toes in the water, you know.
Well, don't give the answer away. We were going to keep an eye on it for the answer. I don't know the answers to this, guys, so you might be right, and I don't know. You
Is
might
this
be
the
wrong.
one where the audience, first person to get the question right, will win?
Yeah, first person to type in their answer. I want to do that. I want to do the first person to type their answer, but some people type slower than others, and that's not fair. But I don't know how to change that.
All right, so the question is, what is the scientific name of the common temperate springtail?
That we almost gave away like 10 minutes ago.
Well,
Oh,
that was fast.
dang! That was quick, man.
That was like the question was barely out. I'm gonna call foul. I got bad lag. What the
Luch, that was crazy.
Luch, that is not bad lag. I feel like you had inside information.
I think Tennyson said it before it was asked. So I
No,
think
that wasn't. Was it Tennyson?
Well, I'm pretty sure he said it before it was asked, so I think it goes to Luch.
Tennyson did say it before it was asked. How the hell? You guys just throwing words in there? Like, did you guys get some friggin' information ahead of time?
Someone said columbola species, and
They did.
I'd like to clear the air. That's
Please.
the scientific name for all springtails. All springtails are columbola. So
So she's right. So we should send her 50. That's very. I would have answered Columbola.
Yeah,
Columbine.
we're actually,
species.
as a hobby, trying to move away from the columbola label. Like, let's try and not put columbola species.
I recently corrected a pretty big seller, and I'm like, a big win. Let's go.
Did they accept your correction, or did they like whatever? Rude?
No, me and him are nice to each other. So
Okay, good. Oh yeah, Heather said you just send her 50. She's fine with that. Yeah. Oh, Elaine didn't win because there's. I've seen some new faces here. Elaine Smith.
Do you have another question lined up, Austin? Because I want to give away some yellow springtails.
Do it. Do it.
I can rack up another.
You
You have your phone on you right now?
Yeah, are you gonna send something to me?
I
don't
mean,
know.
you could ask the question, and Ryan could find the answer.
Shoot the question to me. I don't think I'm doing this off of my phone.
Don't shoot it to Tennyson this time. Jesus.
I'll just shoot you the question and you tell me if you know the answer.
10K
Okay.
I
psychic.
don't want to mention it.
10K psychic. His girlfriend is a hacker or friend. I don't think they put labels on it. There's 20 people watching right now, dude.
You better know the answer to this. Actually, now that I think about it, dude, what in the world am I talking about?
You guys better start racking out some questions. There's 20 live stream viewers right now. That's like Wally numbers.
That might be a tough one. I don't know if anyone will know that one.
Okay, what about for the opposing, nearly identical?
Huh.
That also might be a little hard because there's a lot of confusion around that.
Yeah.
Don't get too crazy. Don't get too crazy. Yellow
I'm sure
Springtail-
Tennyson already knows the answer to the question.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's probably got anything wrapped up that we're gonna talk about.
All right, so we got Luch. Luch was for the lilacs, right?
Yep.
Okay, so Luch is out, but you guys can still copy Luch's answers.
I'm trying to think of something that's like kind of entry level.
And Pelly,
Yeah.
to verify, Pelly, these are not hard to keep. Just
No,
follow the
incredibly
instructions
easy.
that these two young gentlemen give you.
Actually, let me grab the yellow springtail so I can show them off for everyone real quick.
Oh, snap. I want those big ass ones that you have.
I can't think of a question. I'm like so scatterbrained right now.
My audio is always good. Well, not always. I lag a lot.
Oh wow, your
That's
culture is
yellow.
doing great.
That's yellow.
They get to cracking, let me tell you. They're quick little buggers. I've even harvested a few times from it because I'm impatient.
Let's ask
Oh,
a question. Let's see if anyone's blurted it out already, even though I haven't quite thought of it yet.
I'm trying to think of a question that has no speculation behind the answer. Something that's been definitive since day one. And that's really hard. Because a lot of stuff has been speculation from the get-go.
Well, right. And I don't think you guys are the experts, so I don't think a lot of people know what's speculation, what's not. What's up, Coral? Could I bring them across the U.S.-Canada border? No, man.
I've
Barrel
got
it and shoot, Ryan.
what is the origin of yellow springtails?
Oh!
Of these yellows?
They were bitten by a radioactive banana and absorbed the proportionate powers of a banana.
Anyone in the Discord's going to know this. I promise.
Yeah.
A Discord lurker.
Are there Discord people here?
Tennyson's
22 people.
I was going to say, I'm waiting for this in
fingers
there.
fly.
Silva Tears has got to get up on use them hacka skills.
Twin 20 yellow springtails. What is the origin
20.
of the yellow springtails in the hobby?
Ooh, they're a morph, right? Oh, I know it now. And I want these.
I don't know who to choose because these are both right. But Tennyson has the fuller story.
I knew it was going to be him.
Lilacs from Ryne. This is
Leucistic
the
and
one that you.
albino.
This is the first morph, basically, the first isolated morph of Springtails. Isn't it?
How about
First known.
this? How about, let's say, Ryan, you get Tennyson since he's the technical answer, and just because I'm the greatest Springtail guy ever, I'll send 20 yellow to the other person that answered before him, but without the
Okay.
Let's call it that.
All right.
So yeah, the full story about those is that the lilac springtails have always had yellows popping up, and I used to see people say it was because of their diet or environment or
Someone told
whatever.
me it's because of their temperature.
Yeah, and then I took a picture of them, and I'm like, they don't have eyes. They don't have eyes. They're albino. So I isolated like 14 of them, I think. And then they had babies that were half lilac, half albino. So then I isolated like 40 something of the newborn albino babies. And from the F2 generation on, it's all been pure albino. Some are even leucistic, which I need to isolate that. But who the hell is going to notice the difference?
You will. You will. And the people that breed the friggin' leopard geckos, they'll notice too. But that's it. That's it. But you could be like, I'll start breeding yellows and I'll sell them as both. Because no one will know but you. Just don't buy my stuff. That's sketchy. That's going to cause drama. Don't do that, people. Don't do that. That's awesome. We had 2 winners. Look at that. Justin, are you happy you came? But now you've won. You don't know what you could have won. Ooh.
Are we doing
You don't know
more?
what could have happened.
What's going on?
Yeah.
I'm personally doing 2 more.
Okay. I can do 1 or 2 more.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you want to jump in and do them.
Eclipse Springtails.
Oh, I got a good
yeah.
question. I got a good question. If we do another question, I have a good one.
All right. Let me get into a question for you guys real quick, and we'll keep these people on the hook so my numbers go up. You're hostages. For Springtails, you don't even know what you're waiting for. But they're going to be dope, let me tell you. We've talked about them already. How many have you guys found personally, like in the wild? Like how many species have you found in the wild yourselves?
Oh,
That's
wow.
tough.
Yeah, that's a big one. Let me count for like 2 seconds because I've got 4 or 5 sitting over there right now.
I'd have to pull up my iNaturalist account, which would probably I should have set up my computer, but I didn't. I don't know.
I'm gonna say at least 10, but likely over that.
I'm gonna say at least 30 for me.
At least 30?
But before I even started like breeding and selling them, I just spent like an entire summer just going out there and photographing every springtail I found and identifying it.
So you're obsessed for 3 years almost.
Yeah, pretty much. I think I went into the Wally stream of like how I completely fell obsessed with them because he was not satisfied with my answers. He's like, okay, but how did you Springtails? How did you get so hooked on Springtails? So I had to go really in depth.
I mean, I see it. Like I said, I like the tininess of it. I like that you could have literally a microcosm. Like I love nano things, right? Because you can have more of them. Why would you not like nano things? I don't get, like you just said, you had boas. I don't understand that because you have to dedicate so much space to one animal. That said, I'm getting a blue tongue skink.
It's a kick in the. I got a blue tongue skink over there too.
See, mine's gonna be better because it's from Aunt Sandy. But I'm sure it's
4x2x2s everywhere.
See, yeah, and I got to build something because I can't have some store-bought thing if I'm gonna have a blue tongue. It's gonna be a big ass enclosure. Just because they're cool. I think they need that space, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. They as much as they can get. I'd even say if you can go bigger than 4x2, absolutely do it because they're like little puppies. They'll run around that entire enclosure all day long.
I want to make it longer. I don't know that I'm going to go wider, but I definitely want to make it longer. So give them that space and then get them out as much as possible. But so you're finding 30, and this is in your area, Ryan. You said, right?
Yeah, a couple of them were on a vacation with my family to Minnesota that I haven't found down here in Illinois.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so they're not all here. Well, that's kind of cool though. You're seeing that there are different areas because you found the snow fleas, right?
Yeah, I found that's what got me obsessed. Was I was sledding and I was like, "This is fresh snow. Why is there black dust all over it?" And it was actually I looked closer and the black dust was jumping, and I'm telling my friends and my sister, like, guys, this is millions of springtails covering this hill. Like, this is not dust. Right. And then I was just like so utterly fascinated.
That's cool. There's a species of ant here that we have, and you have them too, probably, Ryan. Winter ants. I don't know the scientific name. I should. It's somewhere in my brain. But I was thinking of keeping snow fleas with them to see if I could do that, because they would be like most of the year in my refrigerator. So
I think
whatever colony I found, I thought that would be really cool for a bioactive to see, because I like to see that they fill that niche. Like you've got ants that are active in the winter, you've got snow fleas that are on snow doing whatever point that is. Like, what are they doing on the snow? Do we know?
Eating whatever tiny bacteria and algae and like fungal spores exist on the snow surface. Seems like a weird niche. I think you'd find more to eat on the ground under the snow, but
nobody's capitalizing on that niche. So
yeah,
nature finds a way.
I had them in culture for a little bit. Some that I got in Ann Arbor, Michigan here, from a friend that collected them for me, and They did good for the longest time, but then right after I started seeing babies, they actually started exploding. I'd call it like spontaneous combustion. I'd see little puddles. Little
Really?
puddles of blue. I think I still have photos, either that or the culture laying around somewhere, but it looked like little purple puddles where the springtails were. Like they just,
That's
it was
wild.
really insane.
Wow.
When you see an explosion, it's like amazing. It's got to be super amazing. I've never really noticed springtails in the wild. I have to get out and look harder. Elaine had a question. So, did any teachers that you had pique your interest in bugs, creatures, like
No.
in school? No.
No, I've always been fascinated by them. It was getting into terrariums that piqued my interest in bugs specifically, but I've always loved like everything creature.
Yeah. That's awesome. I think those teachers are few and far between. I have teachers that piqued my interest back in the day, or at least encouraged it, right? Because I'm like you guys have always had that. Like, my mom gave me a bunch of my books from when I was a kid from my daughter, and they're just every animal book that's super outdated, and none of the information in it is any good anymore, except for like leopards have fur. Okay, fair. That's still true. None of the other information is relevant whatsoever. So, but it's cool to see. Like, the photos are great. The quality of the paper is not that great, but yeah.
Someone mentioned the golden snow fleas.
Golden snow fleas.
I love them.
They're snow fleas, but they're bright yellow. And I don't know if he still has them in culture, but I know someone who had them in culture in his fridge for at least a year. Really quiet. Like, I never saw him post in a group about it. I don't even remember how I got in contact with the guy, but
Does the name start with a C?
no.
I know a guy that has some in his fridge, but I don't think they're the Hypogastrura. I think I've told you about him before.
Probably.
It was a long time ago.
All
Yeah.
these secret names. All these secret names.
You can't give him publicity, you know?
I mean,
There's my competition.
there's golden snow fleas.
Yeah, they're mostly in the Pacific Northwest, but
Okay.
I think it was like Pennsylvania or something. Someone on iNaturalist documented them. I'm like, wait, what? These are actually spread throughout the whole United States? Since when?
That's
They're
wild.
beautiful.
Yeah, I thought they were supposed to be PNW natives, but apparently not.
Telling you, man, they stuck to somebody's shoe. They got over there, or somebody's flip flop. They got to the hippie Pennsylvania, and that's all it takes.
That's how the purple globulars were found.
See, that's all it takes, man.
Did they stick to his like the groin of his pants? He thought he had crabs.
No, he said he was like walking through the sand on like a little island or something, if I'm not mistaken, and said I felt like he had like fleas all up and down his legs, and he looked down and it's these little tiny purple dots. Ended up being globular springtails.
Wow.
That's one way to collect them, I guess.
Pretty neat.
What their habitat is. Like, are they just living on the leaves of plants, or like?
I don't know.
Legs.
They were incredibly easy to culture, but grindle worms knocked them right out for me. I got a photo right here. Look at that little
Carl,
tiny purple dot. Where is it?
Get in there. There you go.
And they're
Carl lives
so
in a
tiny too. Like, you'd think that they would dry out in an environment where they can climb up someone's leg. You'd think that a tiny springtail like that wouldn't.
Especially like
airness.
springtails for me dry out. Like if I leave a lid cracked, they're all bombed. It's all over.
Yeah.
Right? I want to see what Carl's got in the Virgin Islands.
Yes.
It's probably a hot mix of like whatever was local and whatever like seabirds and all kinds of stuff bring in, humans.
Probably some crazy, cool, colorful ones.
Oh yeah, you've got
Probably.
some down there. I promise you.
Some winged ones. There's all. You never know. We're gonna find that. We're gonna find
Two heads.
A wingtail. 2 heads. How would you even know until you get in with that crazy lens? They do kind of look like Pokemon.
There's some that have multiple anuses.
Really?
Hey,
Isn't that what Ben has? Some with like multiple anuses.
Maybe. I haven't been super active in the Discord.
Why isn't Ben
One's for
here?
showing.
You can confirm.
Right? Dude's a night
Tell him
owl.
to join.
Always active at like 3 a.m.
Tell him to join.
Carl's wondering if you can import them in the crotch of a guy's pants. Yes. Yes, they were imported in the crotch of a guy. Crotch tails.
Don't you have springtails with multiple anuses?
Yeah, that could be our next question. Name a springtail with multiple anuses, and then it's just going to be that guy, whose name starts with a C, which is vague. But that's good. Yeah, what's our next question, guys? And what are we giving away? We got 25 people here.
Your turn. Yeah.
I have a really good question. My
What are you
buddy
giving away?
What?
What are you giving away?
Yeah.
Let's save the tie reds for last. Let's do
Tie Reds, you guys heard it. Tie Reds. That's my favorite.
Let's do 100 of the Yuki Nora or the non-native orange. Let's do that for the giveaway.
That's good to give away.
Okay.
That's a spiffy giveaway. That's like what, $80 retail value? Check.
Used to be like $400 when they first got in the country.
We started. It hurt.
This includes shipping, you guys. So there you go.
Yeah, free shipping.
Yeah, free shipping. You don't even got to pay shipping. It's going to the post office near you or your doorstep, whether you prefer it.
Wild.
So the question is sent in by a buddy of mine named Tyler. Shout out to him for giving me this amazing question. What is the name of the organ springtails used to jump?
Ooh,
that's a good one.
Good question.
I thought it was their pee, right? They get super excited, like fee erections. They get like fear erections.
They're gone. I see him. Winner.
Yeah.
503 Menagerie. That's correct.
I thought it was the Dingus Dongus.
Oh, good.
The furcula. The furcula. I like that word a lot. I didn't know that was a thing. All right, the oranges are going to Menagerie.
What a win.
Nice.
What a win.
Congratulations.
Butter dog, a dog with the butter on it.
The furcula. It's time for the furculator.
That's great. When is me and Austin gonna collab and start making educational Springtail parody music videos?
I think right now.
Oh, dude, I can do it tonight.
I think we're gonna do it right now. I got dibs on the furculator because I mean, come on, I just did it. But
Percolator.
nice. It's a new dance.
My Columbola don't.
Nice. See, we're doing it, guys. We're gonna come out with an album.
We're going places with this.
This album drops. Watch next time this year.
Mixtape. The
light show's gonna be killer. This is gonna be your flash on.
Somebody's worried about being too hot to ship, but I don't think me or Austin are worried about heat.
I have got you. There's no such thing as too hot for a springtail.
Yeah, we both have really good shipping practices. So I'm shipping to Arizona where it's like 110 degrees right now. Not even.
I've shipped to Alaska, Arizona. I actually just shipped to Arizona. I packed a package to Arizona and California tonight.
Their mail just catches on fire there right now.
Yeah, I guess this week there was a pretty high spike, so I was a little nervous. But the thing with springtails is, as long as you're shipping them in the proper materials, it's gonna make it.
I'll tell you,
lost in the mail 2-3 weeks and returned to me because of like address errors, and they were alive.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you guys, Austin's shipping technique is pretty fabulous. It's one of the best I've seen. So it's in the top 5.
Love.
Yeah, definitely. Solid technique.
Shout out to you, Luch. I appreciate you vouching. That's my man. He's got a couple things to say.
Luch is solid. I gotta read like this, guys. I'm getting so old. Yeah, let it ship. Let it fly.
And even say something happens, even if you end up having like emergency happens, you miss it in your mailbox, and it is DOA. I'm gonna reship it. I'm not gonna screw you like that. I'm not gonna make you cry. You're getting springtails for sure.
I'm the same way, dude. I have like a DOA policy on my website. It's like you got to contact me within 2 hours, but it's like I can't tell somebody no. So like if it's DOA, I'm just gonna send you some new ones or refund you. Like
I'm gonna reship or I'm gonna refund rather than risk argument or any type of conflict. That's just not worth it nowadays.
Yeah, same.
Major Wads here, guys. He's ready for questions.
Frank,
will say,
do tank. Any specific care for these exotic springtails? Absolutely not. You're going to do fine with basic 2 inches of topsoil and a 16-ounce deli cup. Feed them some, I guess you could. So what's household you could feed them? Yeast? I don't suggest yeast, though. I try not to.
fish flake.
Fish flake.
Yeah.
Fish flake is fine.
Super
Anything above
easy.
Tetramin.
If you're gonna do yeast, brewer's yeast seems to be Springtail's favorites in my experience. So
I just don't like the mold and gas production of it. That's
Yeah,
my negative
sure
of it.
that.
But you don't
Especially
have
with me, like,
aeration.
I don't ventilate anything. So
Yeah.
Or you could use my sponsored Amazon link to get. I'm kidding.
I mean, yeah, we're gonna have links to your sites in the description, which I don't know why I didn't do that already, but because I had to put my Patreon, which is more important.
Where
We'll
am I
put that
going
link.
now?
What happened to this? You should give away some of that food you've been pimping.
that's what I was going to
No.
ask you to do.
I don't
Ryan.
actually sell that. It's just you can get it on Amazon.
You wouldn't be selling it; you'd be giving it away, so that people would be like, "Hey, yeah, this is awesome. You should
I
get
only
it
have
on
one
Ryan's
bottle,
link."
and it's mine.
What about yours? What about your bottles of food?
Ship some Springtail food.
Oh, but then
Maybe
it
I'll
doesn't have springtails.
Yeah, maybe I'll just include some Springtail food with any Springtails that I give away today.
Dude,
There you go.
do the ones that start with the O-N. You already know what I'm thinking of.
Frank,
I love
they're
those.
all suitable for clay cultures. They're all suitable for clay cultures, my friend. Some do better on the clay, you said, right? In your opinion or your experience?
Absolutely. There's some that for sure explode on clay.
And
The
it's
yellows,
just easier to
clearly.
harvest from anyways. Yeah, like those, for instance. I think that they're doing better for you than me, and I'm the one who introduced them.
I'm
have them on
telling you,
soil,
everything
you
I
have them on-
get, I try 3 different cultures, and whatever one works best, I keep, and I harvest out of the other 2 and do away with those methods.
Tennyson wants you to give away the Oans.
The Aniki
Onichirine? That's what I call them.
I call them Aniki urine, but I feel like we're probably both wrong.
Oh, yeah, we're both
Konnichiwa? Did you
butchering
say?
it.
Was it Konnichiwa?
Yeah, I'll grab those and show them off too.
The little soil Springtails, they're like
They're
They're
full Samian, but they don't jump.
yeah, and they're smaller. They're like less than a millimeter, and they can't
Call
jump,
them
and they
I call
move
them-
very slowly.
the superior full Samia.
It just looks like a cup of dandruff.
It is.
Yeah,
That's how
I'll
it's
give
so
away.
easy to give it away.
I'll give away 100 of those.
Okay.
If only we
Charcoal's
could
the
figure
other
it out.
method, guys. Charcoal. I mix my soil with charcoal for my springtails. So, cheap.
Just don't do charcoal for your oranges, please.
Yeah.
Fair.
Little soil Springtails. How are we gonna give these away? Probably with a question, huh?
I
Yeah.
love these questions. This is fun.
How about we just ask how old is Ryan? And then,
73.
good guess. It's a little wrong. It's a little wrong.
Any guesses on my age?
Is that the question? Are you going with that? Jesus, don't go with that. That's wild.
God damn it. Tennyson the Stalker.
Tennyson already won.
He
So,
ran to his Facebook real quick. 37.
37. Reverse 73.
I'm
That would
20
be pretty
years
funny.
old. 20 years old.
23. Ben Prey.
No charcoal
That's a
for
new face.
either orange species. It's very inefficient. It will result in many issues for you.
I feel like
recommend
those bigger ones you don't want charcoal because if something shifts, it can smash them. Like the other ones kind of.
I always
I don't
say
know.
if they can culture on charcoal, they'll do even better on clay.
Yep.
And it's easier to harvest from. Less
So when you mix your clay, what's the consistency you want with your clay? 'Cause I know we've gone over this before, but for people that are
Peanut
just
butter.
tuning in.
like peanut butter. Peanut butter
Exactly what I was gonna say.
consistency.
I
Not
just
too wet.
used the last of your clay in Sheila's tank over here in the dirt parts. So I mixed it in with my soil to give the soil.
Whoever
a better
said 33 looks a bit extra, that's a lot extra. Ryan is like a quarter of 33.
a quarter. He's my other son, so it's pretty wild.
I feel like I'm still 17, but no, I'm 20.
I still feel like I'm 17, and I'll be 49 in like a month. So, so there you go. You're as old as you feel, or as old as you stop paying bills.
What's a good question though, Ryan? I'm
Yeah.
stuck on this one. I'm thinking. I'm trying to think of something that's semi-easy and something that Tennyson's not going to get on the first try.
Well, he can't win again anyways.
Oh,
so
yeah.
maybe just don't guess, so then no one can copy you.
Huh?
All I can think of is super like niche and absurd questions that no one will guess.
Dude, if they can't, you can see what I send you, right?
Yeah, I can see it.
Pelly's got me. My back disagrees. My back isn't 17.
Okay, what about that? They should be able to get that right.
Yeah, okay. What is this? This will be. Wait, what am I giving away? Oh yeah, for 100 of the little soil springtails. What is the species name? The updated species name of the regular orange springtails, not the Florida orange, the OG.
The non-natives.
And Tennyson, keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, if you already won, shut up.
I'm coming for your toes.
If you already won, the next person who answers it will win. So
We should have pulled up our website stats to see if there was a spike when we asked this question.
Right?
You guys know, I didn't know this till earlier. LF stands for long feet. I didn't know that, but that's correct.
What's the full species name, though?
Oh, it's Gigamorphus rambambasham. Nailed it.
But those are people that already won.
Eukinara Ophiorodes. All right, so whoever picks the right one, you could win.
I'm leaning towards Gigamorphus rabambasham.
I didn't even see that.
That's our unofficial mascot, like our not mascot, but we made
so
up
the first
that species
person.
here.
Ooh, looks like coral reef.
Coral reef. Coral's in Canada though. That might be.
Oh.
Coral, can we send them to you, or should we boost that over?
I can't ship to Canada
Canada.
Well, she's got some kind of shipper that ships stuff to her from America.
Oh, if you have a hub, I can send them to in the U.S.
Yeah, she's got some U.S.
No, it's Ryan. Never mind. My bad.
Who's Fishy Plumber? Because I think that's our choice for the winner.
I think Fishy Plumber is going to be it.
Fishy Plumber, message me on Facebook, either Ryne Pavy or Springtails US.
She has an address in Port Huron. Does that count?
Wow, that's so close to me.
Yeah, you can just walk them over there.
It's like I think 3 hours. Not too bad.
All right, we're gonna pass Coral because you already said it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Coral, we'll figure something out. All right, so that was Fishy Plumber.
Yeah, Fishy Plumber, find me and message me, and I'll get
The
those.
The good news is you guys are doing like 8 giveaways, and that's my entire audience. So that's awesome. Normally, so far it's like almost all people that watch the show all the time. You don't have Facebook. Fishy Plumber doesn't have Facebook. Fishy Plumber, you can email it to me at. So email me your email address with your name. Just put Fishy Plumber in the subject, and then we'll get you there.
Yeah, then you can get in contact with me through email.
Facebook is for old people. Yeah.
Josh will get us hooked up.
I will. That's my job.
Will get us in contact with each other.
No, I'll get you hooked up. It's like the Tinder of isopods right here. Little matchmaker. It's good times. Don't tell your girlfriend, right? She's sweet. You guys should see their pictures if you're not on Facebook. The pictures of Ryan and his lady together are just, they're adorable.
Aww.
The smiles you guys have for each other is just, it's super genuine. Can't do it. Make her watch this part. It's at the 58-minute mark?
Ryan's a wholesome gentleman.
Stop.
I would say he is a wholesome gentleman. Terrible with real names. Yeah, same thing. Moving on. We saw where this came from. We saw where it is now. Despite all the commotion that's going on in the hobbies right now in invertebrates. where is it going? Where's Springtail Hobby going?
Oh, we're back to the point of the live stream.
Yeah, we're trying, and then we have at least one more giveaway after that. But, yeah. So where's it going, guys?
I personally I hate to just slap a crown on me and Ryan, but as long as we're around in the hobby, I think it's always going to be held to a pretty high standard. And I think we see in the next, I'm going to say 3 to 6 months, we're going to see the new oranges hit the market. We're going to see some new yellows hit the market, some native yellows that were found in, I think, pretty close to Ryne, Illinois.
Really?
Yep.
I'm out of touch lately.
S. Barberi is going to hit the market relatively soon, and those are collected, I think, pretty close to that area. Eventually, I hope in the near future we figure out the trick to the globulars, because, I mean, who wouldn't want to see a little round punching bag jumping around the vivarium? I mean, it's wholesome as all can be.
I definitely need some globulars. So, yeah.
Yeah, I see the future as more and more cool species making their way into hobbyist collections, and the ones that have been giving us trouble, we're going to crack the code on. And also, the bioactive movement is only getting bigger, and the more species that we have to offer for that, the better, because the more species in an environment, the more complete the environment. That's the thing about Springtails. I've got terrariums with 8+ species in it, and they all just complement each other. So, yeah, Springtails are going to improve the bioactive hobby, and that's going to improve the Springtail hobby. It's going to be a great, nice, beautiful feedback loop.
I feel like we're already there. We're already kind of in that feedback loop, but I want to see the variety. I want to see the different varieties. I want to see people trying to pair Springtails with their native cohorts of isopods, right? So those hairbrush ones, the areolas, I want to see them with the little furculator isopods or Springtails, which is all of them. That's like Cumbella, right? Except the non-jumpers. How would you be a Springtail and not jump? I don't understand that. Did they just call them a tail? There's no spring?
Well, the scientific name Columbola is based off of the coliform, which all Springtails have a coliform.
Okay.
It's the common name Springtail, which they don't all have a Springtail.
What's a coliform? It's for walking your dog. Dad joke.
Oh, that was hilarious.
What's a coliform?
It's like a mouth straw organ. I compare it to a trunk that comes from nowhere.
2 of them, they eject out of their bellies, and they can be used to urinate and to suck up moisture, and to kind of like the roots of plants, how they suck up nutrients while also expelling nutrients, to keep a balance.
Gross. All right.
Oh, and for grooming too, they can shoot them all over their body because they're expandable.
Jeez, who needs anuses? They need extra anuses and all these weird spiracles and 10 legs and their furcula. What are they? Leave something for other animals, dude. That's pretty fascinating. I didn't know they did all that stuff. And yeah, and there's a million of them. There's a million different kinds. I'm sure there's a new species in my yard that hasn't been discovered yet. A positive. Crazy. We're gonna
it is confirmed now that Ben does not have a Springtail with multiple anuses.
Ooh,
oh, he does not have a Springtail with multiple anuses.
That's amazing.
I don't know where I heard that.
We're pitching lies on this show tonight. All right. That's fake news. It's for the fake news media. All right, we brought it here. Do you guys use microscopes? That's a good question.
I do not.
I do for identification.
Okay.
I just take pretty pictures and send it to Ryan.
And then sometimes I'm like, yeah, we're going to need to examine the bottom hair on the middle leg under the microscope.
Yeah. That's how you identify it, right? It's one.
I got to get some of them Columbola to you. The indigo blues. If you can actually look at those under a microscope, we can make some.
Yeah, I've got a suspicion on the species because of the habitat they're from, but can't be sure unless I've got them.
A lot of people I still hear hypogastro about them to this day, but no.
All right.
No.
Do they jump? Are they able to jump?
They 100% walk.
It's probably Anurita maritima then. They exist all over the world on like beaches and stuff.
Yeah, let me grab the culture so I can show off their environment.
Beachopods. Do you guys know? Major wants to know if you know when the springtail split off from insects. I would say pretty early. They seem pretty.
I don't think they ever were insects, but the evolutionary history is not that well understood. They kind of came into being at the same time as insects, like 400 million years ago, something like that. And they haven't changed. Like the oldest fossil of a springtail looks like a springtail, like as we know it.
That's a successful evolution right there. Like when you just did it right the first time, you just like nailed it.
Yeah.
I'm going to colonize the entire planet, and you can't even sink me in water. Like I'm done. I don't need a tail. I got straws all over my body. I got this.
I think that the theory is that springtails and insects evolved from crustaceans.
Sure.
Which I can kind of see. Like if you know what a copepod is,
yep.
Like, you can kind of imagine it.
I feel like they seem more like nudibranchs to me, almost like land nudibranchs, the springtails. But that's just a real generalization. They're not. I don't think there's any relation. They remind me of filling that niche. Like the aquatic version or the marine version would be like the same thing. And I'm probably wrong. People feel free to tell me how stupid I am.
I don't actually know what that is, so I'm just trying to sit here and look like
nudibranchs?
I know about.
They're kind of like these little slug guys in the ocean, and they range from really small to a couple inches long. Probably bigger than that, probably bigger range than that, but they're cool. They're really Google it when you're done or whatever, when you're bored or you're enjoying some herbal concoctions. You'll be like, whoa, just like that. Whoa, dude,
Man.
Give me my Visine. I need to see this. In an arboretum, they literally glowed. I found these almost shimmering tiny blue springtails in an arboretum. They literally glowed. You guys know what that's about?
What? There is bioluminescent springtails.
You need to culture the shit out of those. Are you trying to be a millionaire or not?
Shoot me an email.
Serious right now. We got to end this stream, guys. I'm about to make my $1 million. I got to take Austin out of the competition, and then we're gonna do some drama. There's gonna be a felony involved. No. That's an inside joke. That's not only funny, that's an inside joke, you guys, that I just started.
Today. Ryne knows it too.
Okay, good. You were out catching isopods. Dude, you were catching isopods and you let go of Dayglow freaking Springtail. Are you serious right now?
Is this going on in the comments right now? What am I missing?
That's Adam. He was gonna
go. So you're seeing private chat. Go to right where it says comments.
Yeah.
See. Adam says he was looking for isopods and he found bioluminescent or glowing springtails, and he blew that off because he was looking for isopods. Like, I'm gonna guess they were some generic ass isopod.
Armadillidium vulgare.
Yeah, or like whatever.
Spatulatus.
Yeah, the brick house or whatever. I don't even know what that one is.
You left the springtails there, my friend.
He said he's gonna go back. So go back, catch as many as you can. Buy an aspirator from Ryne at springtailsus.com or net. I don't know, .tv maybe.
Austin has aspirators too now, right?
Not for sale yet. I'll tease him right now if we want.
It was Oniscus ocellus is the species that he passed on glowing springtails. That's okay, Adam. I'm just going to bust your chops. That's fine. You do you. It's cool. It's cool.
Le Springtail collector.
Yeah, that thing's beautiful.
That thing is ridiculous. How many are you trying to catch, dude?
You don't even know.
That's a half a gallon container.
You don't even know. I put probably about 2,000 in here in one little go.
I drank less chocolate milk than that thing holds. Like, I couldn't drink that much chocolate milk.
I've actually eaten springtails a few times too.
I mean, sure.
Have you lived if you haven't got them up your nose yet?
They don't taste as bad as I assumed, but really, really odd.
I wonder if there's any toxic ones.
Musty,
Like,
kind of.
Poisonous.
I found a huge colony of black ones under some bark, and I was sucking them up through my aspirator, and I think they had this like defensive chemical or something because it tasted like battery acid. It's wild.
You might have gotten a couple ants in there because they let go of their acid and then you breathe that shit in and it hurts your lungs. Like you'll be like, and then you get used to it and kind of addicted. So I'm gonna go suck some ants later. That sounded awful. This is still the love stream. Guys, let's do that last one. Then we'll finish up.
The Lobella Thai Red giveaway, and we're gonna go ahead and do 50 of these puppies. That's
50.
That's about 70 retail values. 70 plus shipping. We'll call it 70.
All right. Well, I'm gonna leave so that I can go into the YouTube comments and join in on this giveaway.
Hey, as soon as mine take off, I'll send you some of mine, Ryan. They're dope.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Ryan, at any time you can just hit me up and we could do like a little trade or something. There's like 15 species you have that I don't have. Probably not 15.
Yeah, we definitely need to trade.
Oh, Major, I say bad words all the time. Sorry.
Should we do a question or should we just do like Yeah, we should do a question.
Is there any other way besides doing a question since we're
I was gonna say there's no real other fair way other than a question.
Yeah.
You could just pick someone named Aunt Sandy, but I mean whatever you want. Whatever. She's sending me a blue tongue skink. She's my favorite right now. Whoever sends me stuff is my favorite. But
do you have a question lined up? I have no question. It's hard.
Let me check. Hold on a second. I'm going to come up with a question.
Ooh, wait. Can I type in our private chat?
I don't know.
I didn't even think about that.
What's the word I'm looking for? Trivia. All right.
I was going to say a random trivia question would be cool too. Ooh, that's a different. Tennyson's the only one's going to know that.
Yeah. Well, he can't guess, so. And there's always Google. Whoever has the fastest internet capacity.
Yeah.
Will win this one.
Wow. I found a really bad website that doesn't know shit. This thing says right here, there's more than 500 species. And then just to the right of that, the Wikipedia says there's over 100,000 species. 500 and 100,000 is a big.
No, the question hasn't been asked yet, Frank. Not yet. We're barreling the Springtail.
Kind of came into this blind with the questions, so we didn't want them too hard.
Ooh.
We don't want to have to be insane, but we want people to know the answers so we know that they're qualified to keep species.
My roaches are going crazy to the right of me, and it's scaring me.
I gave us another potential question. I might use one of these myself.
Do it.
What do you think, Austin? Are either of these any good?
That second one's freaking hard, dude. I don't even know. Well, maybe I know that one.
Question.
I don't know if you can tell, but I've been studying up on my specimen names.
The second one has multiple possible answers. So,
you ask me anything about a tarantula, though, I can backflip with the answer in my mouth.
Yeah, you've been really helpful with mine.
I still have a few. I got some really cool ones I'm going to be breeding this year.
Tennyson knows everything. What is the cutest springtail? The reds. It's the reds. Or those little globular ones. The reds are like, they remind me of tardigrades. Like you see the tardigrades in the videos moving around. That's what they remind me of, like 100%.
Little red gummy bears.
Yeah. Are there pink ones?
Oh, yeah.
Because those would be, I would call those, tardigrades.
There's multicolored springtails, too. I was just looking at a species earlier I wanted to ask Ryan about.
Ryan had some with a blue line down their back. They were like basically clear with a blue line down their back, I think. And then there's striped ones and
every
all kinds
color.
of cool stuff. All right, we need a good question, guys. I'm going to help.
Yeah, Ryan, have you ever seen these? Lophognathelinae?
Yeah, I think that those are the ones that I just called Rastafarian ones.
They're hot.
Bogus.
Those might be the ones where when they're younger, they're like they have like 3 colors, and then when they grow up, they have like 2 colors. So there's something like that.
Okay.
It's on Bug Guide if you scour deep enough.
This says that the springtails are one of 3 lineages of modern hexapods that are no longer considered insects. So apparently at one time they were.
Yeah, they
That
used to call them
implies-
insects because of they have 6 legs just like insects do. But that's just from the taxonomist standpoint.
New Zealand's out here just
That's
casually
the guys.
having dragons.
Right.
Oh, those guys are so dope. When we looked that up on the last time, I think it was the last time you were here, we were looking at iNaturalist or whatever. You're showing us all the links, Ryan, and some of those that were coming up were like, wow.
They're insane.
Wow. My furcola was all agitated.
Your furcola was sprung.
Sprungtail.
I was a sprungtail. My furcola was sprung. I'm totally using that, and my wife's gonna be like, "That's some idiot crap from your show, isn't it?" Yes, it is. All right,
Man, read the chat. Look what Tennyson said at 10:46. I told you.
Times, but
I told you.
wait, what? Did he just read our minds?
I told you.
What in the
I'm
hell?
telling you, this kid's a hacker or something.
Wait, where did that even? What was he responding to?
I have no
He just
freaking
throws stuff
idea.
out there. He's
What is
he's
the
watching your
family of
context
springtails that has only 1 species in it?
clues.
No,
Hyperastridae?
that's
That
not
was-
the answer.
The one that pops to my mind is Padiridae.
All right, guys, we need that question.
Yeah, Ryan,
All
your
these people are
question.
waiting. Frank is waiting on these Tyreds.
Do you want to use one of my questions?
Yeah, let's run it.
And I'll verify the answer.
Let's go with. Totally feel free to Google this because this is a difficult one. What is the genus name or family name of the snow fleas?
Genus
Oh.
name.
Genus.
Oh, not the golden ones. We're talking about the regular
Let me see if I can
pepper.
quick pull an image. Don't say
Snow
anything,
pepper.
Tennyson.
Frank has little knowledge. I
I'm
will
coming
back
for
that
your
up.
toes.
I will back that up, Frank.
I'm
I
coming
say
for your
genus
toes.
name because there's 2
Ram-
species in the genus.
Whoa.
Silver tears got it.
Yep, bingo.
There's Hypogastrera harvei and Hypogastrera nivicola.
Megododocerus. What?
Silver
Pelly,
tears.
you were so close, Pelly. All right, so Silver Tears won the Tyreds.
Congratulations. That's a good win.
She's got Google Foo. She's a hacker. She's a verified hacker. She hacked my questions a couple months ago. It was pretty great. Oh, Major's just making stuff up now. This is funny. I'm going to have to watch this again and try to break down those weird names that he typed in here.
I'm totally overloaded on yellow springtails because no one's really buying them lately. So I think I'm going to give away some more of those.
Second chance, guys.
The whole market's not buying.
This time it's 2,000. No, it's not. It's not 2,000.
All right. For another, unless we're still celebrating Austin's winner.
We said congratulations, right? Silver Tears, we got you.
Yeah, congratulations. Moving on.
Do you need more recognition, Silver Tears? We could, dude. That's so good. You learned it. You got it. You typed in Hypergastrera
Yeah,
on
the
it, like
fastest
super
internet
fast. Super fast. That was like some straight hacker
It's a
shit.
little boa.
He's a little boa. What kind of springtails you keep with that guy?
Who won the last?
None yet. He's on quarantine.
Tennis. Because you kind of both had the right answers, I think Austin is going to send some yellows to Green Jedi Monkey, and I'm sending them to Tennyson.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
And Green Jedi Monkey, I know your real name. I'm just really bad with names. I'm so
That's
sorry.
Justin. That's Justin. That's my boy.
Yeah.
We have the same initials. JW forever, dog.
Back to your
J-dubs.
little one.
Very educational program. Really? Thanks, Carl. That was
All right.
guys, we're educating people tonight. This is a big day.
So, for another free shipping Live arrival guarantee. Yada, yada, yada. 20 count yellow albino springtails.
That's a good
What?
starter pack right there, guys.
First one to answer it correctly. And this has multiple answers. So there's a lot of possible answers.
Why are you pointing at everybody?
Am I pointing? I'm trying. I'm like.
All you see is your finger. You're like.
All right, everybody. What?
You're getting sleepy.
What is the name of a species of water springtail? These springtails live almost exclusively on the surface of water. For 20 yellow springtails, who will be the first to drop a full species?
Oh, man.
Piranha.
They have a floatulum. It's not a furculum, it's a floatulum. So
And no one is one.
Bring them over here.
I don't even know.
Got?
Is that a correct answer? Can you look that up, Austin?
I don't think that's real, but I'll go with it.
I think he's jacking around.
Okay.
I think.
No, they're just random names. Okay. I was stretched for a second. I was
Frank. I think Frank.
Yeah, Frank came in.
Oh, yep.
Unless was Sandy Skinks autocorrect? Yeah, if that was autocorrect, then I think it should go to her.
Yeah, I'll say that. Yep.
She was a lot.
Sandy, were you typing Padura?
Padura Aquatic. Yep, I see.
Sandy's honest. I'm pretty sure that's correct.
I'm gonna say Sandy gets it.
Fishy has them on his fish tanks. I want those on my fish tanks real bad. Well, I think my fish would eat them, but.
Well, anybody who didn't win can use code ISOBuddies to buy some on my website. 10% off.
What's 10% off, guys? Actually, that's kind of ongoing because I'll say it now. Springtails US is our first official sponsor. So if you buy from him, it helps the channel because it builds those relationships. So that's our first official sponsor for the show, and that's going to be ongoing, right, Ryan? That's our deal.
Yeah.
ISOBuddies is the code, guys. So.
Sandy Skinks, if you are not on Facebook, then get in contact with Josh, and then he can get us in contact. Or
she's on Facebook.
Okay, cool.
I'll get you guys in contact. I'll get you guys in contact for sure. You're not a member of ISOBuddies in the Facebook, are you, Ryan?
Me?
Yeah, I was trying to tag you in the posts, and you're not in there.
Yeah, I am. I get like a post in that group every day on my feed.
Weird. Okay. All right. We don't really talk about isopods anymore, but anything else? I'm a big fan of like cephalopods right now, so that's pretty much ISOBuddies is like the cephalopod channel. So there we go, guys. That was our last giveaway. Or are we giving away something else?
That's the last one for me, I'd say.
Yeah, that's my last one.
Is that coupon code still good for Stella's too?
Yeah. We're going to go ahead and run that for 30 days.
30 days, guys. ISOBuddies is your code at Stella's Springtails. And what's the percentage? What did you say?
Mine is 10%.
40% off. All right.
40% off because I love Josh so much.
He's doing 40% off because we're buddies. We're buddies.
All right, maybe just go get your yellows and other colorful bits and bobs from Stella's Spring.
I don't have yellows available, so you're obligated to go to Ryan and get his beautiful clay coats.
That's a Ryne Pavy original. So, which I think they should be called Pavies, but that's a really good common name, Pavies. You should do that, bro.
Maybe Paisies or something.
Paisies. Maybe. I'll work with you on it. All right. It's got to be like a yellow paisley.
Maybe when we discover that new species in your backyard.
I hope they're elongated and green. I want them to be green and like this big, but that might just be a grasshopper.
Isotoma delta, but with horns.
I think that might be a grasshopper. I might be mistaken. Same thing, right? Elaine learned a lot. She's old. Welcome to the show, old lady. That's awesome. We have some old people. We have some young people. Sandy learned some stuff. Look at that. Major wild likes cuttlefish. Cuttlefish are the best. That's going to be my next big investment in a pet is a cuttlefish because We saw flamboyant cuttlefish at the shed when I went with Chris Biggs, and dude, I am in love. I'm in love. I had seen a video that morning on the way there in the train that came up of flamboyant cuttlefish, and so I posted a short on my channel. I think it's over here. The thing is over there. So if you hit it, go to the channel, go to shorts, flamboyant cuttlefish. It's on my Instagram. So original ISO Buddies on Instagram. Some jagoff took his ISO Buddies. Yeah, if you're a regular fan and you took my ISO Buddies thing on Instagram, I still think you're a jagoff. So you can feel free to unsub. Does anyone have any more questions about the Springtail hobby or Springtails in general? Nothing we gave away tonight is like an advanced, crazy needs Springtail. Like they're amazing, but still basic care, right, guys? You keep them some no vents, some vents, some clay, some
everything, dirt. Just about virtually the same.
Now I mix the calcium clay with my dirt substrate that I got from our other sponsor, that's Isopods Anonymous, our unofficial sponsor. And they seem to be going nuts on it. They love it. So I just like that calcium clay in there so that they have it there. If they want it, it holds water better. I can't keep the clay the right consistency, I don't think. Like, I can't keep it at that consistency. I have a real hard time with it. So there's got to be a trick that I'm missing that's easy, because you guys seem to do it nonstop.
A trick I have learned with it is if you let the water sit in it a little bit before you mix it, it makes it a little easier.
But like once it's set, like how do you rehydrate it?
Oh yeah, see, I've never rehydrated it. Once
it dries
out,
on a new culture.
Yeah, once it dries out, I just
okay, just put them on a new culture and be done with it. Don't forget your waffles, Frank. Thank you, Frank. You need a cooking channel where you just make waffles, or just put stuff in a waffle maker. I would watch the shit out of that channel. Does anybody else know? Super fun. Thank you. I'm glad everybody had fun. It was a lot of generosity, guys. Thank you so much. That was above and beyond, like way above and beyond. So we appreciate it. So hopefully that drums up some business to help with your legal fees there, Austin. So you guys think you know drama in the hobby. I didn't realize there was this much drama till like 2 minutes before we started the show tonight. But message me for details.
It attacks me, dude. It attacks me.
Message me for details. I will throw them out to you. You'll hear everything. I'll send you screenshots. I don't care.
Yeah, you can hear it from me too. It's I made a post about it not too long ago. If anyone wants to go dig it back up, or I can reshare it.
Major's gonna go read a book about equations. But yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for coming. Do you want to stick around for the close, or should I boot you out? What do you want to do?
Keep us in.
Go to the middle.
Yeah, keep us in.
Okay. So the close tonight, guys. Support US Arc, obviously.
Always.
Yep. Support Chainsaw Man. Support the Frag Then Teabag movement. If you don't play Halo or never played Halo, you don't know what that means. But US Arc is important. They're doing important work, and definitely support them. I want to thank Ryne for being our very first sponsor. That was huge. That was his idea, and I appreciate it. So we're going to see more stuff from him. We're going to promote this stuff a lot more. Because, let's help people doing the good work out there, right? Bringing Springtails to you, opening up the hobby for literally everyone. So I can't stress how much you've done for the hobby personally, Ryne. Not to, short shrift my man Austin over here, but...
I learned from Ryne. That's the secret.
Yeah. I don't do well with compliments.
I know. And I want to keep everybody humble. I feel like there's a big thing in the hobby right now with the drama that is so there's young guys coming in, and then there's the old guys that set the path, and you guys are paving the path. Oh, pavying. You're pavying the path, okay? So on the one hand, Ryne, Austin, you're the young guys. Don't forget the backs that the hobby was built on. Right? Don't forget that. Don't forget the bedrock. And on the other hand, old guys, it might not be time to pass the torch, but there's definitely new information out there that these young guys are sucking up. So, and they're spitting it back out there very generously. So in the old days, people hoarded their information, and I don't think they're used to the free information that's out there now. People aren't like that anymore as much. So, but yes, thank you for paving for paving that path for us with Springtails. You can use that.
It has been my pleasure.
I imagine it has. You're doing it like constantly, so keep it up. Oh, good. Adam watched the whole episode. We have our unofficial sponsor of Sprecker's Root Beer. This is the official drink. It's the official drink of Iso Buddies. So if you're enjoying a Sprecker's, you want to have one with me, just grab one next Tuesday. We are going to go back to eating foods that are not recommended to eat. Mushroom jerky was the first one. This is going to probably go to my isopods. I'm going to see if they eat it.
Can I send you a food for you to do on stream like this?
Yeah, man. I found out that ranch soda exists, so that's going to happen at some point.
What about Cheetos?
Who?
Cheetos. Beetles covered in cheese.
Why not?
It's like a Cheeto, but it's a beetle.
Yeah, I ate a bagged tarantula once, and that wasn't for the show. That was before the show. And a scorpion on a hot dog. That was actually pretty dope.
Can we just have the viewers send in their most suspicious food items for you to try on the show?
Suspicious?
Maybe. Suspicious scares me. It has to be an actual food item.
Bag.
No, something like FDA approved, vaguely FDA approved. So, and not Frank the Tank. Like, that's not a FDA. But you can say Denji and Chainsaw Man. I don't know about Steins Gate. I don't know what that is. Sorry, bud.
Ooh, surströmmings.
Yeah, so we have a lot of people that we deal with on the show, and I want everybody to support them. I'm going to be posting some links in the Iso Buddies Facebook group and possibly on Instagram. I want to thank my patrons. You guys are awesome. We got a lot of new ones in the last couple of weeks. So I say a lot. It's been like 5, which is like more than half of what I had before, more than double what I had. We've lost a few along the way, and that's fine. But it really does help support the show, so we can buy weird stuff to eat. We can enhance some stuff and make some more shorts and enhance our setups, so you guys can get some clues on how to do it. Maybe not like a pro, but reasonably. Okay, I'm kind of doing things on the cheap, trying to do things on the cheap, but still be looking good and relatively good. It really helps. So people that are on the fence about Patreon, supporting people on Patreon, I know, I hate it too. It sounds like you're looking for handouts. It's not. Like, you've watched this show for an hour and a half. Like, yeah, have I not entertained you? So for less than a cup of coffee a month, you can support this fat isopod lover. Okay, the love stream. Support the love stream. That's all I got tonight. So yeah, after that, go support Ryne. Go support Stella and Austin. Where's the name from? Stella Springtail, so we can clear that air.
Where does the name come from?
Yeah, who's Stella?
So Stella's my 3-year-old daughter.
Beautiful.
She's
all right.
Springtail.
I love that. I've got a 5-year-old, so I haven't named anything Faith yet, but I should. I swear too much to name the show after her. So,
have we thanked Austin yet?
Have we thanked Austin?
Yeah. I want to thank Austin for the friendly competition and pushing me to do better so we can both keep the hobby improving all the time.
What do you mean, man? I'm aggressive.
I've heard that.
Thank you for the rampant, aggressive competition, keeping me on edge and anxious at all times.
I just got to say one thing while this is going on. Everybody, drama. Be positive and be the influence you would love to be on this hobby. Be what you want to get out of it. Give what you want to receive.
Put out in the universe what you want out of the universe.
Be the positive influence on this hobby before they strip every right to have this hobby that we have. It's falling apart in front of us, and we're essentially allowing it by just bickering with each other instead of caring about the animals.
I kind of defy that. I think it's going through a change. I think isopods, it's a shock right now because it hasn't been. Now we're off on that tangent. I wanted to talk about this, not tonight, but this can be a long one, guys. Okay, so we're in it. We popped the seal. Thanks, Austin.
Yeah.
Yeah, peace, Springtail Furcula, you. Mother Furcula. So,
You're on a roll tonight.
I am. This is great. I got into isopods and I started Iso Buddies, and I love this hobby because there wasn't any drama. There was very little drama. There was like the drama I had when I was in the hobby was people were kind of like just meeting each other, being kind of like they didn't mesh. Their personalities didn't mesh. And then there was like Smug Bug. Oh, Smug Bug's a jerk with their information. Fine, whatever. Pay $5 for her PDF. If you don't like her attitude, then you can have it, and it's $5, and you're supporting the person that did that drama. Anyway, that was all the drama that was in the hobby. Now it's hitting the hobby, and it's the same drama that is in every other exotics hobby, but it's just hitting isopods and springtails now. And I think it's both together because bioactive is linked, like they're both linked. So springtails is a little newer, but it's hitting them at the same time. And it's because we're shocked by it because it hasn't been here before. And now it's here, and it sucks, and we want to try to find a way to like nip it in the bud. But it all stems from greedy pricks that want to like push people out of the business so that they can have that business. And that sucks. As much as I used to talk trash about Smugbug, she never did that to people. Like, that was not her goal. Her goal was just to produce and get out there her stock, right? And to grow the hobby.
Than anybody. Getting them
What's
into
that?
Smugbug's done more than anybody by getting them into PetSmart.
Right, but I'm going to be like, I mostly apologize for the shit I used to talk about her because I never met her. I just knew about practices and how she was. But then now it's all justified. Now, in my opinion, it's all justified. And I was being a little petty in the beginning. And I love drama, and there wasn't any, and I was trying to probably stir some up. This is the first time I'm addressing it publicly. So again, Smugbug, I'm sorry I talked trash about you at one point. It wasn't that serious. It was just that you were clinging to your information, but you put the information out there and it was only there for $5, and that's totally reasonable. It's a good publication. Go get it. But I just think that there's drama now where people are pushing each other out of the business and trying to muscle little guys out of the business, because everybody that gets springtails or isopods can be a breeder seller. Every single person can be a breeder seller. If you want to be the guy selling all the zebras in the Midwest, goddamn do it. Okay? Do it. You're going to have to push some people out first. Okay? That's not what it should be about. I don't think that's what it should be about. Nobody's going to make $1 million doing this. Okay? Nobody's going to make $1 million selling isopods.
You'll barely pay your bills, let me tell you.
Like, eventually the Smugbug thing is going to crash because there's only so many dead colonies of powder oranges that you can see on the shelf at PetSmart before you stop. It's not her fault. It's PetSmart doesn't know what to do with them or how to take care of them before they sell. So, you know what, guys? Just figure out who those people are that are jerks. Don't buy from them. Tell your friends not to buy from them. Don't recommend them. Recommend the people that you know, the people that you care about, the people that are putting out the energy, like Austin said, the energy that you want to see. Okay? You got to not just put out that energy, you got to promote that energy. Okay? So support the people that matter. Okay? These drama people that suck, they don't matter. Okay? In the hobby. So let's make sure that they don't matter in the hobby. All right? Let's band together. If you want to talk to me, PM me privately, whatever. I'll talk to you openly about who they are. I will tell you openly, but not on my page. I'm not going to throw that out there. That's bad energy, right? Right, guys?
Major, you're unaware of it because it's never important.
Yeah, you're unaware of it. It's I'm following pages specifically to follow it because it's somewhat entertaining to me to see people freak out about stuff that is self-inflicted for the most part. So,
and that is 100% true, Green Jedi Monkey.
Drama does seem new lately. When I first got into this, I used to say to newbies, like, the Springtail and Icepod hobby is the best hobby you can get into. There's no drama. Like,
exactly.
Long.
Exactly. I fell in love with the community before I fell in love with isopods. And I was interested, and I came in to learn about them so I could keep them. And I wanted clowns. That was the end-all, be-all for me, was Clue Guy. That was it. That's all I wanted. There's a lot of reasons for that, and they're all funny. But Clue Guy was my apex. And then I got them, and I killed them all somehow. And then I got 50, and they did amazing. So, and then I sold them all. So, what was I saying? So the community is why I got into it. And everybody was so supportive and so into it and so passionate. And that's still mostly the case. I would say it's like 90% the case. But there's these money-grubbing scumbags that want to push people out. It's greed. It's just greed. And it sucks. So, yeah.
There's room for everybody. If you're not having success in your niche and feel the need to push somebody out, broaden your niche.
Yep.
Why don't you start breeding the common species more and push the bioactive movement. Push it into your local pet stores who are very hungry for springtails and isopods because PetSmart has them. Every mom and pop pet store in America wants springtails and isopods right now because PetSmart has them. So like, there's so much room for everybody.
Online isn't the only opportunity.
Yeah. Facebook sales is not the end all be all.
Nope, or YouTube, or there should be a website like the fish one. I can't think of the fish one.
Calling pet stores is so freaking easy.
Yeah, I should start ISOBID. Oh shit. There's Aquabid, right? Aquabid is for fish if you don't know, and you can go find people, and it's like eBay for fish. ISOBID. TM copyright right now. Okay, guys, sorry, I got it, nailed it. Yeah. So, guys, just love one another. Love stream it. Okay. All right. Thanks for backing me up on that, you guys. I appreciate it. I didn't want to address that right now. Maybe I'll touch on it more, expand on this whole thought process. But it's about love. Yeah, I did just invent ISOBID. Crying out loud, you guys, come to me if you need an idea. Just come to me. They're farting right out of my brain. Okay. ISOBID, Flutter Puppies. Like, I'm just a mountain of monetarily feasible ideas. Okay.
Percolator.
The Furculator. I feel like that's what you need to label your friggin' the aspirator thing. Call it the Furculator. It's for Springtails.
That's actually pretty cool.
I know. You're welcome. You're gonna sell like 1 million more, and people will have to know what a friggin' furculum is, and that'll make them more educated. Win-win, right?
Right.
Okay. So anyway, guys, I can you can hire me as a consultant. Just join my Patreon. $10 tier, come to consulting. So
and
anyway.
legal and financial consulting, right?
Nope. None of that. Nope.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm representing myself.
Yeah, I work at a bank, but I'm not giving any financial advice to anybody. So as soon as that goes bad, forget it. Get on the creative fart bus.
I have to take a dump. Hurry it up, LOL.
Who said that? All right, we gotta go so Frank can fill the tank.
Wow, your puns are incredible.
Who takes night poops? Poops are for the mornings, man.
I'm on deck tonight. All right, guys, it's been like almost 2 hours, so
it's been a blast. Though.
It has been a total blast. Thank you both for coming on. I want to do another one. Ryne, I'm going to tap you to do another one soon here. I have another idea for a pod that's going to be a round table. So,
I love this round table.
Yeah.
It's been really fun. And I don't think me and Austin have ever talked like face to face before. So like this is really cool.
Only Michigan people know me, man, and people that hate me in other states.
We'll get into that later. All right. So love you guys. Love my audience. Especially love my patrons who help support the show because it amazes me that you would do that. But thank you all. Thank everybody. Love everybody. Okay. Put that out there. And it's going to be an awkward thing.